everyone, this is Lai. Welcome to Python workshop series offered by Rutgers University Libraries. Today we're going to go over the very beginning of Python, data types. First, let's get started. Feel free to get on any IDE or Python platform that you'd prefer. Now I'll be using PyCharm as example. And first, today we're going to go over data types. Keep in mind this number sign refers to a comment, and comment will not appear in the output when a cell is run. And then we can assign a number to a variable. The equal sign means assign a value to a variable. And here we're assigning a with the value 8. And we can print it out. Oops, sorry. And now we can print A. So print function, print parentheses. This function displays the value of the argument that's passed to the variable. For example, whatever that's inside the parentheses, and here when we print A, it will return the value that we pass to A, which is 8. And also keep in mind that assigned variables have to be on the front. For example, if we do it the other way around, if we assign A to the value 8, and it will not work, it's gonna give us an error. Right, so if we print, we'll get a syntax error saying we can't assign to literal. And then we can do some basic calculations with data assignments. For example, A equals to 8, we assign 8 to A, and now we want to assign 10 to B. And we have C refers to A plus B. And now we print C, and that the program will return the value of A plus B, the numeric value of A plus B. And the same thing we can do different other calculations like subtract. For example, we have D equals to 16. Again, sorry, let's not call it equals, we assign 16 to D. Right, now we print. We can also do the calculation inside the print function. Now we can do print D minus A. And now the Python program will return the value of D minus A, which is 16 minus 8. After we learned how to assign variables, we can go to some details in data types. For example, integer. We all heard about integer a lot of times, so all the numbers or values that I used in the previous examples are called integers, which is a whole number with no decimal point. For example, 8, 10, 9, 6, that's pretty clear. And then there's another data type called float. Unlike integer, the float type in Python means a floating point number. Float values are specified with a decimal point. For example, 8.5, 7.9, 89.78. So all the numbers that has a decimal point is a float. Even it's, for example, a 6.0. It equals to the integer 6, but in terms of data type, since it has a decimal point, that is still a float. And Another data type is called Boolean. Boolean refers to a yes or no return. So it could be 1 or 0, or 0 or 1, or yes or no, or true or false. And that is a Boolean. Later, we also have strings. If we want to put a bunch of characters and numbers together. So strings refers to a series of letters, numbers, or symbols connected in order, as if threaded together by a string. So for example, we have a here is a value. It can be anything. A is just a random variable. So A is hello, this is slide. So data type string is marked by quotation marks. It starts with a quotation mark and ends with a quotation mark. And now we print A. So now we can print out a sentence, and that is a string. And for string, we can also have two strings together. For example, we have hello, this is slide, and we can also add another string inside our print function. For example, welcome. We want to add welcome after hello, this is slide. And now we see that after our string A, and sometimes if we get confused about a data type, and there's a function called type parentheses that will tell you the data type. For example, we do not know the data type for A, so we can just do type A. Oh, sorry, we need to print. We always need to print in order to see our return for Python. So now we see it shows class string. So our a variable A is a string. So now if we want to see an integer, we can just put in a number directly. For example, 34, and we want to see the type for the number 34. Oops, excuse me. Now we run it. It will return an integer. And if we add a .00, and then this data type is a float, and we want to do true. If we return true, and that will tell you it's a Boolean. BOOL stands for Boolean. I think I probably had a typo here. And also there's and later we will also introduce list, but I'll cover it in the next few examples. And now after data types, let's go to some basic calculations. I'll delete those so we don't get confused when we run it. Basic calculations. So we have first plus or increment, right? So A plus B, and I already showed earlier A equals to, let's see, 45, B, we assign 56 to B, and now we print A plus B, and that's increment or plus. And also we can do a subtraction. So we can do print A minus B. So that's negative 11. And we can also do a multiplication. So in terms of multiplication, A times B. Now let's run it. And that will return the result of A times B. And again, we can also do a division, right? Division is print A over B. and that return the result of A over B. And there is another thing called floor division. The floor division means the return will keep the integer part or quotient of a division operation. So let's say if we do a floor division B, so the sign for floor division is 2/. And now we see that it will return 0, right? So that means the floor division will only return the integer part of the result. So I'll give another example. C is at C 563 and then print C floor division B. And now we know that if we divide C 563 by B 56, we will get 10. The integer part is 10, and we still have 3 left, right? And then for floor division, it will just return 10. And there's also a function called remainder or modulo. So remainder is used as a percentage sign. So for example, if we print C remain B, and the function in Python, the program will return the decimal part, or not the decimal part, but the number that's left after C has been divided by B. And we knew in our floor division that there are 10B in the number C, and there is a 3 left. So remainder will just return the 3 that's been left.